everyone, and welcome into my latest video. Today we're going to talk about the new moon in Pisces. It is about as magical as they come. It is all the woo-woo. It is all the hopes, wishes, and dreams. It is everything you want it to be, but it might be very confusing as well. And let me dive into the reasons why the astrology of this new moon is all those things. First of all, my name is Jenny. Thank you for coming back. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm a tropical Western astrologer, and I'm going to talk about the astrology of this new moon in Pisces. And I'm going to go through all 12 houses so that you can understand where it's hitting your natal birth chart and how you can write an intention at the time of this new moon. It is at 9 degrees of Pisces, and get this, it's at a magical 4:44 p.m. PST. It's an angel number new moon in Pisces. Pisces is all things spiritual. It is the final sign of the zodiac, so it is the end of the line. It is the let it go, let goddess. It is forgiveness. It is I'm going to let it go and I'm going to forgive. It is all those vibes, and it is also it does represent addictions, and it does represent all things underground like hospitals and rehab centers and orphanages. Pisces does represent those things too. But Pisces is the sea, and Pisces is the fish and the mermaids and all the sea creatures, and it is all the bodies of water, and it is very watery, and it is very ethereal. And there is so much going on in Pisces, and I'm going to talk to you about that before we get into the all signs forecast for this particular new moon. The sun is at 9 degrees. The moon is at 9 degrees. So the sun and moon are always together at a new moon. So that's the same for any new moon. This time it's at 9 degrees. There are so many new moons at 9 degrees this year, which is fascinating as well because it is a 9 year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. Pisces is the final sign. It doesn't represent 9 in astrology, but the 9 in numerology is the final chapter. It is the end. It is the letting go. You've got to let it go so that you can open up your life for something new. The 9 represents that, and so does Pisces. So the sun and the moon are both at 9 degrees at this new moon. Saturn is at 20 degrees of Pisces. Mercury is at 24 degrees of Pisces. The North Node is at 28 degrees of Pisces, and Neptune is at 28 degrees Pisces. That's right. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. It's a Pisces pile up, and it's a new moon in Pisces, so it's extremely exciting. It's extremely dreamy. Pisces rules dreams, so like dream time at night. And so what is the fine line between what your dreams are telling you and what you daydream of in your waking hours? All things dreamy with this new moon. The North Node and Neptune are both at 28 degrees. So Neptune loves being in Pisces. It does rule Pisces, so it loves being here. But with Neptune being at those final degrees of Pisces, there's that feeling of confusion. So you can get extremely confused at this new moon. There is that possibility with all of this energy in Pisces and the Neptune and North Node together at those final degrees of Pisces. That can be confusing. That can be brain foggy. It can be, or it can be the greatest miracle unlocking in your life because the North Node is that fate, that destiny point in all of our charts. And we've got Neptune there saying, okay, yeah, you want to dream it? Let's do it. Let's make that miracle happen. So there's that vibe at the time of this new moon, as well as all of the planets. Actually, all of them are forward. There are no retrograde planets at the time of this new moon. Now, just a few days later, we've got Venus going retrograde in Aries on March the 1st. But it is in that shadow vibe, but or in the shadow part of the retrograde, but everything is direct. So although it might feel confusing, it might feel like an illusion at the time of this new moon, don't forget, All of the planets are direct. There is a trine to Mars with this new moon, and Mars has just stationed direct at 17 degrees of Cancer. Cancer is also a water sign, so there's that trine happening to the sun and the moon with that direct motion. So when Mars stations direct, we finally know what to do. We finally go out and do the thing. We finally make a decision. We finally feel like we have the life force energy to go and do it. So with this new moon trining Mars that has just stationed direct, it is promising that all of us are not going to be in this brain foggy illusion confusion. There's going to be people around you that are going to feel that as well. So a heads up about that. But it's not going to be you because you watched this astrology video and you said to yourself, okay, there's a lot of those kind of dreamy vibes around me, but I'm going to embrace the dreamy vibes at the time of this new moon. It is a Pisces pileup, okay? We can't deny the fact that there is so much going on in Pisces. Yes, at the beginning degrees as well as at the end degrees. There's so much Pisces, so let's all embrace the high vibe of Pisces, shall we? Let's go over what is a high vibing Pisces person all about. So a person with a Pisces sun, or a person with a stellium in Pisces, or a ascendant in Pisces, someone with a lot of Pisces, okay? In their highest vibe, they are the most compassionate humans. They care about everyone, the underdogs especially, and they want marginalized groups to have the same level of peace and harmony as the person that is non-marginalized. They forgive. High vibing Pisces people forgive. They let it go. They let go. They let goddess. They surrender to whatever the universe puts down. So they say, okay, universe, I'm actually not sure about this thing, or I don't know, or I surrender because I've been trying so hard and it's not happening, and I seem to be messing it up doing the way I'm doing. So I surrender. Pisces, high vibing people are good at that stuff. And forgiving, just forgiving. And what does forgiveness mean? Does that mean you say it's okay that the bully bullied you? No, you're saying, okay, bully, you bullied me. I see that now and I forgive. I forgive myself mostly. I forgive myself first and foremost so that I can move on and I can let it go and I can open up a new door for something else. I can remove that and I can forgive it so that I can open up for a new chapter, a new friendship, a new relationship, a new job. But if you're holding on, if you're holding on with unforgiveness in your heart and with bitterness, and if you're low vibe in Pisces, that's what you're doing. You're holding on. You're not letting go. You're not letting goddess. Perhaps you're drowning in some kind of an addiction. Okay, addictions come in all sorts of forms. That's shadow vibe, Pisces energy all the way. And just being unreasonable, on a shadow vibe Pisces person is not willing. It's like la 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 la, living in their own dreamland and not surrendering and holding on to the past, that sort of vibe. And again, getting caught in addictions is a strong Pisces energy when in the shadow vibe. So with all this Pisces pile up at the time of this new moon, now's the time, and it's at 4:44 p.m. It's an angel number. This is magical. So I was listening to another astrologer, Lori Lothian, who I love, and she's fantastic. If you love predictive astrology, go listen to Lori Lothian. And she suggested that this new moon has magical vibes. Go listen to the Olivia Newton-John song Magic from Xanadu. That spoke to my heart. Pisces rules the music industry, so she's bang on. The lyrics of Magic by Olivia Newton-John. We can't forget it. We must believe we are magic. Nothing can stand in our way. Listen to the lyrics or just Google the lyrics of Magic by Olivia Newton-John. That's the vibe of this new moon. You've got to believe in the magic. You have to know it. It's one thing to believe it, and it's another to know it. It's like, I know that I can embrace this extremely magical moment at 4:44 p.m. PST with this huge Pisces dreamy vibe to start a completely new chapter. And again, new moons are when you set intentions. This is where you plant the seed in the dark soil. It's dark now. The sky is dark. The moon and the sun come together, and it is dark. And that's when you plant the seeds into the dark ground. And then 6 months later, you see the harvest. You go collect your harvest, and that's at the new moon in Pisces. And so just to show you how to use this cycle of the moon, I created this moon journal this year because I've been buying moon journals for years and loving them and writing in them, but they always missed this and they missed that and they didn't do this and they didn't do that. So I finally put together the moon journal I always wanted. So it's all in here. I talk about what all the moons mean in each sign. I tell you about the different phases of the moon, which are the most powerful ones to work with. And I give you journal prompts to write down your intentions and use the moon phases to create the life that you want. And there's no better time than a Pisces new moon at 9 degrees, which is going to activate eclipse season because the eclipses are in the Pisces Virgo axis. But this is not an eclipse this time because the North Node's at 28 degrees and the moon's at 9 degrees, so they're too far away. But it's very eclipsy, this new moon. So since it is not an eclipse, we can set our intentions. I highly recommend not setting intentions at the time of an eclipse, and we'll talk about that in the next video. But for now, we've opened up our moon journal to February 2025. And we're going to the new moon, which is at February 27th at 9 degrees Pisces at 1644. Yes, that's 444 PST. And so on the 27th, what you're going to do is you're going to grab your moon journal and you're going to go to the 27th of February and you're going to read the journal prompt and you're going to set intentions. And then those seeds that you plant, and I'm going to go through an all signs forecast for you to know the area of life for you to plant your seeds at the time of this extremely magical new moon. And then 6 months later, you look, oh, look here, September 2025. The full moon is at 15 degrees Pisces. So it's a few degrees up from this new moon, but it's in Pisces and it's an eclipse. So not only is this new moon that we're having on the 27th at 9 degrees, not only is it activating eclipse season because it's in Pisces, but then when it becomes full 6 months later, it will be a full moon, lunar eclipse. So if there were ever a magical new moon, it would be this one, is what I'm trying to say to you. And so I encourage all of you to get your pen and paper out and to plant seeds, intentions at the time of this new moon, because this is as magical as it gets. Now, it can be extremely confusing. It can be very brain foggy. It can be very illusional and delusional. It can be. But I'm encouraging all of you to remember that all of the planets are direct. There's a trine to Mars that has just turned direct. And we can use this energy right here, right now at this new moon to plant that seed, to get out of that brain fog, to get out of that delusion, and to plant that seed. In 6 months' time, we might shock ourselves at the miracles that have unfolded. And it might happen sooner than the 6 months, but by the 6 months, we can guarantee ourselves that that will show up because we've got the magic on our side. The 4:44 p.m. PST, if that's not, if those angel numbers aren't confirmation enough, then this Pisces pile up in dreamy, surrendering, ethereal, forgiving, and compassionate Pisces, then what else are we looking for, folks? So let's go through it. I will say there is also a square to Jupiter. And so with this new moon having a square to Jupiter, we love that because Jupiter brings gifts. Jupiter is the great benefic and it's squaring the moon. So while it's not a trine, a square makes you do the thing, makes you make the decision, makes you believe, makes you know, makes you do the thing, makes you snap out of that brain fog and say, nope, I will not accept this brain fog. I am not available for this delusional brain fog. And what I am available for is clarity on what I am going to receive magically in 6 months' time. I'm going to set those intentions now. So there is help there. And again, don't forget all the planets in the skies at the time of this new moon are direct. There's no retrograde planets screwing up our mind, okay? Everything's direct, especially don't forget that trine to Mars. And Mars is the great decision maker, the doer that goes out and does the thing. Mars is helping us with this new moon, so let's not forget that either. So let's go into the reading. Let's go into an all signs forecast. At the time of this new moon, Pisces 9 degrees. Where is 9 degrees Pisces in your natal birth chart? Let's go through the 12 signs so that I can help you know the area of life that you're going to want to plant those seeds right in your moon journal at the time of this new moon. Okay. And I will say before we get into the all signs forecast, I have a new journal available. So this is in conjunction with my upcoming workshop on March 22nd. So if you're local, I'm in Vancouver, Canada, and Joanna, the healer, and I are pairing up to create a very magical workshop, a 4-hour workshop. And we're going to heal the inner child. We're going to manifest with mandalas. We're going to get into our divine feminine energy, and we're going to color our mandalas, and then we're going to journal about it. We both Joanna and I strongly believe that when you get into your creative flow, you're getting to your divine feminine flow. And so, a simple mandala like this or a more intricate one that we saw before, coloring it just gets you into that, picking up that pencil crayon and coloring it. And then reading Joanna's her spirit guided messages. She tapped into her guides. For messages for each of the mandalas. And we have this available for people that are going to be at our workshop. Everyone gets one of these if you sign up for our workshop. But if you can't come to our workshop, then you can buy one. They are now available on Amazon. So join us in this divine feminine flow. There's no better time than a Pisces new moon to get into that flow, that receptive mode, that beautiful, divinely feminine, receptive mode. When you get into the flow of that, which is what this new moon is offering for all of us, that's where you tap into the magic. That's the secret sauce. That's the point where you want to be, and you get slow and you calm down and you surrender and you know what to do. The divine masculine will then step in and let the magic put all the moving parts together. We don't need to worry about the moving parts at the time of this new moon. The divine feminine just knows what to do, and then the divine masculine will kick into gear, and then we'll know exactly what to do. But first, you have to get into that flow. Okay, let's go through the all signs forecast for this new moon, 9 degrees Pisces. Does Pisces rule your first house? If so, you are a Pisces rising. You are all things Pisces. So your avatar, this is your character that you're playing in this life. You are a Pisces person in this life. This is how you walk around. I don't care if you're at work, if you go to the grocery store, if you're out with friends, you are a Pisces avatar. This is how you signed up to be like a Pisces person. So you're extremely intuitive if you're a Pisces rising person. And this new moon is in your avatar first house. It rules your whole life. So you have the opportunity to grab your moon journal and write intentions, the most magical intentions. So do you want your whole life to change? Do you want the first house rules your body? Do you want to go and lose weight? Do you want to gain weight? Do you want to get healthy? All of those first house things regarding your health and your body. You also rules your head. So do you want to finally let go of the headaches that have been plaguing you? Do you want to get a new hairdo? Could be all those things too. But first house definitely rules your whole life. You get a permission slip when a moon transits through your first house. You have a permission slip to write intentions regarding anything in your life, and it's beautiful. So Pisces rising people, get out your pen and paper, set those intentions. Remember to keep it magical. Remember to dream big. If there's anything that I want to say about this new moon, don't dream little, dream big. And if you do keep a dream journal, now would be a time to maybe write intentions about your dreams. If you don't like the dreams that you're receiving in your sleep state, now would be a time to, I intend to not receive frightening dreams anymore, no more nightmares. I intend to have only creative and joyful dreams. It could be about your dreams. And you could also talk about your making your daydreams, what you daydream about to come true, if that's in your first house. Does Pisces rule your second house? This is for you to dream big. You are asked to dream big regarding your self-worth and what you are worth. That is what the second house is. So first, when you know your worth, when you know that you are worthy of only supportive, loving people, when you know that you are worthy of only wonderful money straight into your bank account because you're working hard, when you know your worth, that's when the flow of money happens. That's when the flow of relationships and all the wonderful things in life. It's an energy exchange. When you know your worth, it comes back at you. When you know your worth, everything that you are worthy of comes back at you. So work on your self-worth and when you're writing your intentions, and work on what you want to possess, because it's about what the money that's in your bank. I would set intentions if Pisces rules your second house about what you are worth regarding your self-worth. And if you want to raise, if you want to be making more money, if you want more money in your bank account, if you want relationships that know your worth, that match, that are reciprocal match to what you're putting out there, I would set intentions regarding that. Get out the pen and paper and keep it magical and dream big when it comes to this new moon. Does Pisces rule your third house? Okay, the third house I always say is the junk drawer because it's a lot of things. Mostly it's your communication, the way you speak and talk, your throat chakra, what's coming out of your mouth, what you're writing. And don't forget that our words are powerful. Our words are spells, and that's why they call it spelling. So watch your words and know your worth around what you are saying. Careful of your words, careful of what you're writing. When you write your intentions, when you grab your pen and you write in your moon journal at this new moon, it's very powerful for you in the third house because it's all things communication. Third house also rules the internet. So if you want to start a new online business or something like this, what a perfect time for you to utilize this energy of this new moon. It's also vehicles. So if you need a new vehicle or like a bike or a scooter, anything transportation. Third house is also things like cousins, siblings, and best friends that feel like cousins and siblings, okay? It's also your neighbors and your neighborhood. And it's also short distance travel. So getting in the car, going for 2 hours to that beautiful destination that's close to home. Okay, so again, third house is a lot of things, right? So get out the pen, get out your moon journal, set intentions regarding all those things, communication, speaking, writing projects, and internet, new neighborhoods, new neighbors, new friends that feel like family, all of those things, car, all those things. Keep your dreams big. Don't dream small at the time of this new moon. This is a magical new moon. So let's dream big about all those things. Does Pisces rule your fourth house? This is house, home, property. So yeah, wow. If you want a new house, if you want a new home, if you want a new apartment, if you want a new place to live, now's the time to grab your moon journal and to write out intentions for a whole new home, house, property. Absolutely. Maybe it's you have a house, but you want to renovate. Now's the time to set intentions. Yeah, I'm setting it out there now. I want to do the kitchen. It's also, you want to get into real estate. Maybe you want to invest in something. Fourth house is also mother, your mother's lineage, family. It's all things family, but mostly it's your mother's lineage and it's those mother wounds, sisterhood wounds. So if you want to heal all things regarding family, sisterhood wounds, that now is the time to set the intention to heal them once and for all. It's your emotional body, the fourth house. It is your emotions. So maybe it's a new emotional start that doesn't necessarily have to do with your mother or family, but it could stem through those lines. And maybe your mom felt it, and your grandmother, and your great grandmother. And now you're the one that's going to be emotionally intelligent. You're the one that's going to end that, and you are making space in your life for a whole new emotional wellness, and you are going to own your emotions instead of your emotions owning you. So maybe you need to set some intentions regarding those things as well. Fifth house, does Pisces rule your fifth house? Fifth house is fun. Fun and creative. It is creative projects. It is definitely creative projects. And so that could, of course, be painting a picture, but it could be a new online course, a new online, something in your business, something very creative, a new book, creating a new book. Um, Creation is artistic, and artistic is creation. So think outside the box. Sure, it might be painting a picture and drawing a picture. Sure, it might be that. But anything that you create is art and creation. And that's fifth house. Fifth house is also children. So if you want to get pregnant, this is the time to set the intention for a pregnancy. It This is the magical time, and you might say to yourself, "Well, I've been trying this for years." Don't poo-poo it at the time of this new moon in Pisces in your fifth house. This might be finally the time that you will plant that seed literally and magically. Fifth house, oh, it could be with children. So you already have children, and it could be you're planting the seed for a new relationship with the children that you already have. And you know that you need to switch things up, and you want a fresh new start with the children that you already have. And it might be that as well. But it is creative. The fifth house is creative and it is fun. So keep that in mind when setting your intentions. Grab your pen. Dream big at the time of this new moon in Pisces. Forgive, compassion, all those Pisces vibes. And if you need to Google what Pisces is all about, you can do that when you're setting intentions for the fifth house. Sixth house, does Pisces rule your sixth house? This is your health. First and foremost, the sixth house is your health and healing. So maybe you want to start a whole new health routine. You want to get healthy. Now's the time. Dream big, magical, miraculous new beginning. It's a maybe. It's a strong maybe at the time of this new moon in Pisces. It's also the healer. This is the healer house. So you are a healer, and maybe you need to put your intentions down in your moon journal to step in to embrace your healing vibes even further than you already have, because you are that great healer. The sixth house is also your daily routines. It's very, very boring, but it is like what you do every single day to heal yourself and to keep yourself healthy. You get up in the morning at a specific time, and then you have your lemon water, and then you go for your walk for 20 minutes, and then you do your stretches, and then you go to the gym, and then you do your work, and then at 12 o'clock you have your lunch, and then this is what you do at work, and then you just do this every day. And so yes, it's very boring, and you just keep doing it. And it's those habits, those atomic habits, if you will, that are healthy, that will change your life. And it's like now is the time to write the intentions. These are the habits that I'm going to start. These habits in 6 months' time will completely change my life. Sixth house is also pets. So maybe you want a new pet. That could be part of your intention setting as well. But first and foremost, it's your health, mental health, spiritual health, physical health. And so keep that in mind when you're writing intentions at the time of this magical new moon, and dream big and expect miracles. Seventh house, is Pisces in your seventh house? Okay, this is relationships. This is your closest relationship. So your spouse, and it's also your best friend, and it's also your business partner. It's those closest relationships in your life. Grab your moon journal, get your pen out, write an intention. I am getting that husband. I am getting that husband. That the one, the one is coming to me. So if you're already married and you want a new beginning, it's like he's great. I'm not trading him in for a new one, but I would really like a new beginning in our relationship. So there's that possibility as well. Maybe a new business partner is going to come into your life, maybe a best new friend. Or again, if you already have those close relationships in your life, but there's a new beginning and you really want that fresh new beginning, and you know that this new Pisces vibe will bring so much more to the relationship. It's all things forgiveness and compassion and dreamy and otherworldly. Why not bring that into your closest relationships? Does Pisces rule your eighth house? The eighth house is the transformation house, death, rebirth house. So letting go of the old you, maybe. So it's the butterfly house. So you couldn't even go back to the caterpillar even if you wanted to, because you are a butterfly now. And it was a lot. It was a lot to get to the point of the butterfly. You are now suddenly a butterfly. No, it was quite a process to become the butterfly. And it's the same analogy as in the phoenix rising from the ashes. So you couldn't even go further down because you have reached rock bottom. So there's nowhere else but up to go for the phoenix to rise from the ashes. So it's totally those vibes. It's totally time for a transformation, perhaps. Perhaps it's completely new. And with Pisces involved, maybe it has to do with addictions, right? And so maybe it's time to transform the addiction of yesteryear, writing those intentions at the time of this new moon. It's also chunky money. So it is a money house as well. And so inheritance, taxes, money from your spouse. Maybe there needs to be something there about an intention there, or an investment. Maybe you want to make a new investment. It's all that kind of money. It's also your sex life. So maybe you want a new beginning. Maybe you have been celibate for years. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for a new sexual partner. All of that is included in the eighth house. So grab your moon journal and have those transformational butterfly, chunky money vibes, and think to yourself, where am I setting intentions? And remember, this is a Pisces dreamy, magical new moon. So keep that in mind when you're writing your intentions. Okay, does Pisces rule your ninth? Does Pisces rule your ninth? Okay, this is the great spiritual house. The ninth house is either religion or spirituality. Which one? What is your belief system? It is your greatest beliefs that help you have your moral code and go on with your life. The ninth house is also the teaching house, the teacher, the great teacher, or learning, going back to school, getting that master's degree, starting a new program, or teaching, finally saying, you know what? I have a lot of information. It's time for me to finally teach what I know. The ninth house is also the publication house. So publishing the books, writing your journal. I'm going to start writing that book, so that in 6 months' time, I'll be ready to publish. It's also foreigners and foreign travel. So maybe it is time to set the intention to take that trip that you've been wanting to take. And remember, at the time of this 9-degree Pisces new moon, dream big, expect miracles. Does Pisces rule your 10th house? This is your career house. This is the top of the chart. There is no more peak. It's the peak of your birth chart. So it does suggest a title change from Ms. to Mrs. or from assistant to CEO. And it also suggests social leap, a glow up in your life, if you will. And everybody will see it because it's at the top of the chart. So set that intention right now at the time of this new moon. I would like to get that raise, that promotion at work. I would like to step up into my career development. I would like a new title in life. I want that glow up, and everybody's going to see me glowing. So at the time of this new moon, grab your moon journal, grab your pen, set your intentions with all those 10th house soulful, and keep it with the Pisces vibe. Don't forget, this is magical and miracles can happen here. Okay, 11th house. Is that where Pisces is for you? Is it in the 11th house? So this is your friends and your groups for sure. So for sure, if you want new friends, you want new community members, you want to belong to a community, you can definitely set intentions there. But the 11th house is also the future, and it's technology, and it's medical advancements, and it's all the things we can't even dream of that are going to be in our future. So think ahead, think big. Greatest good for all, that's 11th house. Community vibes, best for the world, best for everyone. So if you're just thinking your own community, your own family, what's the greatest good for all of us? Where would the best place to be? Dream big that way. And it's also the internet. So all things online. If you want to start a new online course for a group, that's so 11th house because it's not only online, but it's groups of people. So dream big, think future self, connect to your future self and ask her before writing your intentions. Close your eyes and ask your future self, where should I be in 6 months? And connect with her and you'll see her and you'll know and dream big. Dream big at the time of this dreamy new moon in Pisces. And last but not least, 12th house is Pisces rule your 12th. That means you're in Aries rising. This is where Pisces is. Pisces belongs here. This is all things dreamy, your dream state. Like when you're dreaming at night, definitely pay attention to your dreams. Write a dream journal. Write down your dreams. Definitely watch your dreams. But also what you're daydreaming in the day, right? Where does your mind go? Where do you see yourself? Set those intentions. 12th house is all things addictions as well. So if there's an addiction that has taken over your life or you don't want it to take over your life, now is a great time to set intentions to no longer have that, to have a healthier life. 11th house also rules institutions such as hospitals, orphanages, rehab centers, prisons. So if there's a new intention regarding any of those kinds of institutions, you can write that down as well. But don't forget, Pisces in the 12th house rules forgiveness and letting go. So it might not be a tangible thing that you get with the 12th house intention setting, but it might be you finally let that thing go. You finally let it go and it doesn't rule your life anymore. And you forgive and you have forgiven and you have forgiven yourself. And that's a huge win. And that is a miracle. A lot of times when you hold on to something and you can't forgive, a lot of times that letting go and being free emotionally, spiritually is the greatest gift of all. So expect a miracle in the 12th house and dream big at the time of this new moon in Pisces. And now I'm going to shuffle the tarot deck and I'm going to grab a tarot card for this magical, big, dreamy dreams at night and daydreaming in the day, new moon at 9-degree Pisces. 9 degree keeps repeating in our new moon cycle this year, and it is a 9 year at 2025 equals 9. So this is about as magical as it gets. It's at 4:44 p.m. PST. The angel numbers are with us. The angels are here to hear us. And if you go through my moon journal, you'll see that I give you step by step instructions of how to manifest at the time of a new moon. And part of the process is writing it down, as I've kept saying throughout this video. But another part of the extremely important process of manifesting with the moon at the new moon is to read it back to yourself in your mind, but then say the words out loud. And that's when you claim it. Words are spells, right? That's why they call it spelling. And so when we say it in our mind and then we speak it out loud, that's our spell. We spell it out for the whole universe to hear. Okay, and now I'm pulling a tarot card at the time of this new moon at 9 degrees Pisces. We got The Two of Wands. Here it is. Two of Wands waiting patiently. He's waiting so patiently. Wands is a fire sign. So the fire signs, they want to do. They want to go out. They want to make the decision. They want to go and do the damn thing. But he needs to wait. He needs to be patient. And that is the vibe of Pisces. Pisces is truly surrendering, slowing it down, getting in that divine feminine so that you can get into the divine masculine energy of going out and doing. But first, you need to wait. He's waiting by the waterside. He's waiting. Pisces rules water. He's waiting by the waterside for the boat to come in, and then the people on the boat will tell him, oh yeah, you got to go do, but first he waits. And so we're all being asked to just wait, to just be patient, receive the divine download. If you're willing to say to the universe, okay, these are going to be my intentions. Now I'm going to get quiet. I'm going to get slow. I'm going to slow it all down. And I'm willing to receive intuitive guidance from La Luna at this magical new moon. Wait for it, because it's going to be magical and miraculous. And then in 6 months' time, at that eclipse point in September, we might shock ourselves beyond belief. And that's what I'm hoping for all of you at this magical 9-degree Pisces new moon at 4:44 p.m. PST. So in the comments below, share where is Pisces in your natal birth chart? What's the house placement? And set an intention and let us know that you've set the intention. Say it out there, say it loud and proud. And wishing all of you a magical, magical, dream big new moon at Pisces. Thank you so much for watching, and please do share your comments. Would love to hear where you are in this world and where Pisces is in your natal birth chart. Take care.